Rabble, 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 rabble.
Court is now in session for the trial of Ms. Maya Fey.
Oh, so for Miles Edgeworth, I always imagined him to have the voice of... I don't know if you guys ever seen the anime Yakutate Japan, but I kind of always imagined him to have the judge's voice. You know, like when you first go to the Baker School, like he's the instructor, the judge. His voice. I always thought it was him. like he would have been perfect. I just can't imitate that, man. I just can't. But I always imagined him to have that voice. And like I said, I never saw the anime, but I think they did hire him to have that voice.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
See, I can't do it. I can't do it, man. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today. It will be on me on an instant.
Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor.
I see.
Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then.
The judge and Edgeworth have like the same voice.
If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court.
This is Gruffy, right? Sir! My name's Detective Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down the precinct, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder.
Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by this window here.
And the cause of death?
Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker, found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even a girl's hand, sir.
The court accepts the statue as evidence.
You're still calling it a statue.
Now, detective.
Yes, sir.
You immediately arrested Ms. Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why?
Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir.
Detective Gumshoe. Please testify to the court about this hard evidence.
Maya Fey's arrest. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were two people there already. The defendant, Ms. Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Ms. Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Ms. Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder.
The very moment, you say? Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? Couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Hey, I just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. Should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try.
Something the matter?
No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. As soon as the phone call came, I rushed to the scene. Oops, I'm gonna press it. Go back. Press. Mata! So I guess that's hold it. Who did you say you got a call from? Hey pal, don't play dumb. You know who. The call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right? Across from the crime scene. Okay, I press. Not sure it did much though. Right, please continue. Detective Gumshoe, how long would you say it took between you receiving the call and your arrival at the scene of the crime?
Right. I'd say it was about 3 minutes.
Well, that's pretty fast.
Our motto this month is quick response. That's why I got there before the killer got away.
Indeed. So, tell us who the 2 people you found on the scene were.
Yes, sir. The defendant, Ms. Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Are you absolutely sure it was us? What? Oops. Ooh, no, go back.
Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With their funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you two stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene.
Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points to press with a little more care.
I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey.
Why is that? What's your reason?
Why? We had a witness account describing her.
Hold on, just 1 second.
Yeah?
If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct?
Huh? Did I say that? Me?
I heard you say it.
You did say it.
You said it.
Exactly what about this suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence?
What? Miss Mays is suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal.
Yeah, she's pretty pink.
Well, I guess she is pink.
That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective?
I guess pressing can have its advantages.
Yes. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, sir, Your Honor.
Very,
So, excuse me.
very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again.
After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written in a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya,
I guess that's Maya,
was written clearly in blood. Lab test results show that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name.
Rabble, rabble, rabble.
How you like that? That's my hard evidence.
It's so dirty, Gumshoe. Such a dirty person, you dick, Gumshoe.
Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective.
Your Honor?
Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time?
I know. I'm a little embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir.
Try to be more careful. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination.
Securing the suspects. Let's press. And did you find any evidence?
Now, don't jump on the gun on me, pal. Just listen. I'm getting to the good part.
Got a bad feeling about this.
I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body.
Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it.
Oh, then who did write it, smarty pants?
Who? I don't know what happens if I say I did. It could have been me.
What? So it was you?
No, I'm just saying it could have been me. Can you prove it wasn't?
Hold on. So you admit to this? You admit that you wrote the note? Listen to me, Mr. Wright. This is a court of law, and I expect you to refrain from making thoughtless statements. Amateur.
Damn.
Well, Detective, tell us what was written on that memo you found.
On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood.
Do you have proof it was Mia who wrote that?
course I do, pal.
Uh-oh. You sounded pretty confident. Might not be good.
Lab test results show that the blood was the victim's.
What kind of tests were these again?
Huh? What kind? Well, I hear they take the, globulin blood, your hemoglobin, I refuse to testify on this matter, pal. I'm no expert on blood tests.
Yes, that was quite clear. You may continue with your testimony.
Thanks, pal. I mean, your honor, sir.
Detective Gumshoe,
Yeah?
I look forward to your next evaluation, as should you.
Oh.
That was a mess.
Right, where was I? Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger.
On which hand was the bloody finger, Detective?
The right hand.
She was right-handed.
Nice try.
Uh-oh. Guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there.
Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name.
Detective Gumshoe, do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name?
Sure, it happens all the time in books and the movies.
This isn't a movie, Detective.
Oh,
Let's talk about reality, shall we?
I guess I haven't heard of many cases, no.
Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down the name? Especially the name of her own sister?
Yeah, actually, you got a point, pal.
Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer. Order, order.
Didn't go so well.
That's right, what he said.
That's his whole testimony. Okay, there has to be a contradiction there somewhere. Let's find it. Yeah, so the autopsy report says death was instantaneous. So she couldn't have written it. To say where she wrote it. There it is. Okay, before she died, everyone wrote the killer's name. It can't be right because autopsy report says it was instantaneous. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying?
What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course you wrote it. Who else could have?
You have it backwards, Detective.
But backwards?
The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately!
But...
No butting your way out of this one, Detective.
Order, order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report?
Well, when? I don't remember. The day after the murder? It was the day after the murder.
The prosecution's point being? That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor.
Well, what?
A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received the result this morning.
No way!
Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see.
Damn you, Edgeworth. You said the word damn, and this is a is this a children's game? I don't know. This is murder. I feel like children should be reading stuff or playing games about murder. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve.
Why, Mr. Wright, you looked shocked. Something you want to say?
I kind of want to see what this is. I know. I'm a sham. I want to see. Detective Gumshoe. Was I a fool to trust you and your report?
Huh?
Me? I wasn't. Huh?
Detective Gumshoe. I'm disappointed in you, handing him the wrong report like that.
I'm sorry. Oh, did I make Gumshoe into trouble? Aww.
You are at fault, Detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month.
Aww. I don't want Gumshoe in trouble. Aww. But...
Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes.
Darn, this isn't good.
The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Would the witness, Miss April May, take the stand?
Exactly what part of her is innocent.
Witness, your name, please.
April May, at your service. Wink.
Order. An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking.
Aw, yes, Your Honor.
This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. So, I do want to make a comment. When I first played this a long time ago, I really thought this game, maybe because it's old, but I felt like there's a lot of sexist undertones in both 1, 2, and 3 of Phoenix Wright. They do not portray women very well. And this game is very stereotypical. I mean, as you can tell, like all the women have like the huge boobies, right? And if they're not huge boobied, then they're like either like old and ratchety and just like not normal. it's not good.
Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5 when the murder occurred?
Gee, I was like in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across from the fair and court law offices?
That's right, big boy.
Oh god. Please testify to the court about what you saw.
It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know? And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. And that's all I saw. Every little bitsy wootsy. Wink.
See, that kind of bullshit right there. The little booby, like, come on, Capcom, come on. This is like a, what age is this game? Or what age appropriate level is this game?
Well, Your Honor. I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any...
But wait, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Wright?
What about my cross-examination?
I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm.
Ew, come on. Didn't you?
Mr. Wright, I understand you were Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies.
Hey, how dare you? Yeah, it's kind of rude to, like, talk about the dead like that.
Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine?
Yes! I'm gonna cross-examine it, yes. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. Only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness.
Very well, you may begin your cross-examination.
I don't know, I can keep up with doing this high-pitched voice for her.
It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know?
Why did you do that?
Huh? Why? Like, wait, what?
Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something?
Oh, well, gee.
What, that's it? She can't get out of this question that easily.
I sort of, had a feeling.
Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. I should press a little harder on this one. Go for it! Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night.
Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness.
But badgering?
You insist on needling her with just trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed.
The poor girl.
Order. Mr. Wright, you have been warned.
Poor girl? Oh, poor me.
You looked out the window. What did you see next?
And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked.
The one with long hair, that was Mia Fey?
Mm-hmm. Slender, sort of, well, some people might say pretty if that's your thing.
Jealous. Your thing?
And the person attacking her.
The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair.
How do you know she was a defendant?
Huh? Well, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay?
There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure.
The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor.
He's right. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks!
What?
Miss May, I'm willing to bet that... You're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant?
Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
Yes! What's the meaning of this? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless. About this, I mean?
Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus.
But...
Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder.
She was, Your Honor. I saw her, and so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May?
What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all that trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl. I promise. Wink.
Your testimony again, if you would.
Damn, I almost had her. Ooh, cursing again.
I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. And the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. That kind of statuette clock? The thinker, I think? Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? Teehee.
So how did she know it was a clock?
I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination.
Let's press that. So you saw me then too?
Of course. I remember that spiky hair anywhere.
Spiky? Those were refrained from personal attacks on the defense attorney.
Ah, I was very bad girl. I'm sorry.
Very well, continue.
The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack right after the rape.
Is that right, as in your right, as you look from the hotel?
Which hand do I hold my knife in again? Right, it was my right hand, right?
Satisfied, Mr. Wright? Please continue. So many rights.
Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her.
How convenient for you to remember her hippie clothes.
That's what she was wearing. Oh, and her hair was all done up like a bun.
What happened then?
And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did.
Where did this weapon come from?
She picked it up from the desk.
I see. What sort of weapon was it?
That clock, that kind of statue clock? The thinker, I think.
Clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently?
Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all.
No, but I'm feeling I'm onto something now. Oh, so they like make me double it? Alright. So yeah, I guess how would she know, right? Miss May, you said just now was quite revealing.
Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer?
You just said that the statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too. And he was found guilty of murder. Order, order. Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock?
The witness saw the murder with their own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns.
Yes, of course. You withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. No. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murders with these questions before. Only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Whew. That was close. Stop me there. The trial will be over.
Huh? What? So, what happens now?
What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock?
What? That's... because... I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time.
So you've been to the law offices of Fay and Company?
No! Hey, I didn't say that! Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room.
The law offices of Fay & Co., where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel.
She could easily have heard the clock. That was a really crappy hotel then. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No! That's right, shake that head. No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because she shouldn't have heard it, or been it wrong. Well, they both say the same thing. You were at the hotel. There's no way you could have heard a clock go off in the building next door. Okay, so it shouldn't have rung then, I guess that was the question, or the answer. Yes, I do.
Amateurs. Listen to me, Mr. Wright. In the courtroom, proof is everything. Without it, you have nothing. You are nothing.
And I would like to propose a test to see if she really could have heard. No, Mia took out all the clock parts.
The prosecution denies your request.
What? On what grounds?
This is a trivial matter with no direct bearing on the case at hand. Indeed. Objection sustained.
Damn. Stop cursing, Phoenix. It's not nice. Time to switch directions. Quick.
Ready to proceed, Mr. Wright?
No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. It's empty. That clock is missing its clockwork.
How could you possibly?
Just take a look, right now.
Oh,
See anything interesting, Your Honor?
it is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty.
Wait, I thought there was like something inside the statue, though. Right? I thought there was like papers inside.
Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this?
It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a liar.
That?
Well, Miss Fay? Tisk, tisk.
Quite a show you put on for us, Mr. Wright.
He knew the clock was empty. Somehow, he knew.
I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty, as you say. It can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor.
Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed?
Oh, impossible, of course.
I have proof.
Oh, what?
Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. Evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is in the recordings. Take a look at this.
It's a very cute cell phone.
Ooh, cool! You have a girly phone.
Wait. This isn't my phone. Listen. This is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder.
Order.
The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it? Good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation.
So, you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then?
If you could. Ah, I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now.
Huh? It's not working? That's lame.
I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock?
Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot.
So the witness had seen it before.
That would make sense. Wrong, because Larry Butts makes them. Does the defense have an interest in— Yes! Larry! Larry. The witness claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court.
Well then, let's see it. Please produces evidence that would prove the witness had not seen the clock before.
There it is, yeah, it's the same. It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever.
What?
A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in police custody.
Impossible! Everything is sold in stores.
Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh? Excuse is not on sale today. Damn, Phoenix! Oh, look, her heart is spinning. Oh my god, what? See?
What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay?
See, this thing is where the sexism comes in, right? So all of a sudden her boobs are like super saggy and then she gets all wrinkly, right? So like the female characters turn all ugly, and evil. I was just like, I don't know.
She did it! And she did die for it! Die!
Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm.
Silly bear. Did I, like, lose it? I guess I did. Wink.
Quit.
Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock?
Face.
Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior?
Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you had heard about it. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock.
She heard?
That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof.
Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard the weapon of the clock.
Listening device, or wiretap, I guess. Have a look at this. I found this in Miss May's room.
Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is.
Miss April May, you were tapping the victim. Miss Mia Fey's phone, were you not?
Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap.
This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely.
Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the one was a clock on the phone?
Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah, I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is... I'm guessing it's in the conversation, but I can't check, remember, because it's in Japanese. So I'm hoping it's that. Okay, good. Present the defendant's cell phone.
Yes, we've seen that.
Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on for me. Again? What's it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong?
Your Honor, this is ridiculous.
Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer.
Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May!
Shut up! All of you! Who has the right to talk to me like that?
You lawyer? Yes, that is my job.
It's not fair! All of you hanging up on me like that! Oh, so I'm the background? Is that it? Is that it?
That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April now. Now to deal the final blow. On the wiretap. Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question.
Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't simply tapping irrelevant?
She's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant.
While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone?
Ha! I can see her pull that off.
Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking, I like to see her pull that off, weren't you?
Damn, she's good.
Stop cursing, Phoenix. It's not good. Well, you're not the first man who's thought that. And of course, I can and will.
You can't be serious. No way.
Wait, I say, wait. Oh, and I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Liar. Huh. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night? Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy.
Room service?
Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts. Then you have regular cold coffee.
Iced coffee?
Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy. Think.
Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. So, where does that leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. The testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder.
No, they're going to let her just walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow.
Well, does the defense have anything to say?
Well, come on, think of something. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
I think you've sunken quite low enough already.
I object to calling the bellboy.
Why? What's your reason?
Because I hold that wiretyping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness.
Condition?
If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer. Thus, she is innocent.
Yeah, I don't think she was a killer, right? I think she was involved in the setup of accusing Maya.
And thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition.
What? I better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. Should I do... Accept the conviction. Just accept it. Just do it. Alright. I have nothing to lose except for, well, everything. Understood. I accept your condition.
Fool. You fell right into my trap.
Uh-oh. Wait.
Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. The tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course.
Ooh, what a sleazy face right here.
And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest Miss May herself. I see. The defense may examine... Oh, sorry. May begin its cross-examination.
Right, I'm ready. I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, mine will be finished.
I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel and been this for 4 generations.
What exactly is it you do at the hotel?
Why, anything required of me, sir. I check in guests, I check out guests. I clean rooms, I make beds. I even deliver room service, sir. I checked Miss May in personally.
Are you always so prim?
Mr. Wright, you refrain from asking frivolous questions. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest Miss May.
Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone?
Absolutely, sir.
How can you be so certain?
I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And I saw them.
And I... Ew, them. Ew, gross.
The point being, I remembered her quite well, sir. Yes, what then? She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir.
9 on the dot, you say?
Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir.
9. Time of the murder.
I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course.
Precisely 9, then?
Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir, 9 p.m.
How can you be so sure?
Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then.
Oh, bellboy, teehee.
I like iced coffee at exactly 9. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9, sir.
How would she be so particular about the time?
And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself.
You are sure it was Miss April May herself?
Absolutely, sir.
Absolutely?
Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine.
How come you're so very certain?
Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, filled me with an embrasser, sir.
Embrasser? Is that French for embrace?
It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek.
Why would she have done that?
I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never ever forget, sir.
Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there. It is. So if she and him were talking, right, and the murder occurred at 9, then she couldn't have witnessed it. Is that it?
Tisk tisk. Finally you understand.
This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie.
Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. Rose may leave the stand.
Can't let this happen, can I? Protest! Wait, please, wait.
Yes, does the defense have something to add?
One last question. Let me ask one last question.
Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright, I'll give you one more question. That's all.
Okay. This is really it. Now, this is my last chance. What do I ask him about? I don't think this matters. I think this is where, like, Mia steps in, I think. Right? Because I have to prove that she and him, if they both were meeting at 9 p.m. and that's when the murder occurred, she could have been a witness. I guess room service. Tell me again about room service.
Again, sir. At exactly 9, I delivered room service to Miss May in room 303. The guest had requested iced coffee. $18 was charged, as I recall.
I see. $18? Doesn't it seem a bit expensive?
Yes, well, iced coffee for 2, you know. I mean, you don't skip on the ice, sir.
What did he say? What did you say?
Rather, quite.
Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room?
I object. That was objectionable.
Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question.
Yes, I see.
Why did you not mention this in your testimony?
Well, sir, you didn't ask.
Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention.
Yes, quite, indeed. It was a good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir.
You fool! His eyes are shaking. I've done it. I've won. Not yet. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Then, when you brought them the room service, you didn't see that man in the room?
That's right, sir.
Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth?
And who, Mr. Wright, who is this other person?
Simple, it was... the man with Miss May. The man who checked in with Miss May. Oof. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone, yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one in the room at the time of the murder.
My, what a convenient little setup. But it's too late.
Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Yep, we got you there.
Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned.
Yay!
I did it for another day.
Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there.
Really?
I think I might be your newest fan.
Oh, I was just doing my job, you know.
Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too.
Yeah, Miles Edgeworth is pretty cool.
That face of his eyes wide and trembling lips, it sends shivers up my spine.
If you say so.
So, what happens with me? Do I get to go home now?
Well... No, I don't think so. Not yet.
Oh, I see.
But I got a great lead in today's trial.
A lead?
That man with Miss May, he's the key.
Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that anyway?
I heard they arrested her. Guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to find out more about this man.
Do you think he was the one who...
Maybe so.
Sis?
Don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow. I promise. I'm counting on you! I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. The victim dodged and then ran to the right, but she was caught in something. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Can I see the court record? But she was caught and struck. Okay. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. To be continued. Man, Phoenix Wright music is awesome, I just gotta say.
Well, hello. I didn't expect anyone to visit me in such a dank place as this. It's really quite moving. Not, you stinking lawyer. I hope you die. You come to laugh? Yes, laugh at the fallen Miss May.
No, not really. There's something I wanted to ask.
Unfortunately, there's nothing I want to be asked. Haven't you done enough questioning, you spiky head?
Here we go again. Please, you're scaring the security guard.
So, what is it you wish to ask me then?
For starters, how did you get so totally whacked? About the man who stayed with you in your hotel room. Can you tell me about him? Where is he? Come on.
No way, Jose.
Maybe I had something to get her to talk. So I guess I have to present her something, right? Say, why are you so angry? I mean, you don't look like a bad person.
Ooh, that does it! Bottom-feeding, scum-sucking liar!
Bottom... I can't tell. Does she have a thing against lawyers? Or just against me? Why did you place a wiretap in Mia's phone?
Aw, when you say it like that, it sounds so cold. So criminal.
Tapping people's phones is a crime, Miss May.
Oh, and I suppose you learned that in lawyer school,
Yes.
Creep?
This one's impossible to talk to. Okay. Do I have anything to present to her? I don't think so. No? I don't really have anything. I mean, I could try and present this, but I don't think so.
Hey, guess what? Actually, I really hate your guts. So, lost because, well, I'm not cooperating.
Thanks, I noticed. Yeah, okay. Let's go to... Sure, why not? Looks like forensics is taking the day off today. Dr. Gumshoe's nowhere in sight. The police really gave this place a working over. I doubt there are any valuable clues left. It can't hurt to take a look around, though. So, can I examine? I think I already did, right? Pot plant, water it now. Roller coaster. Yep, it's the same. Yep, that's the same too. Oh, some of the files are missing. Wait, what? All the cases that the chief were filed here. Yeah, are some of the files missing? Okay. Well, I mean, like, they're tapping my phone, so... ESS, perfectly clean, as always. So no wiretapping. It's here. Okay. Oh, I can't go to the other room? Oh. Okay. I thought I can go to, like, the room where she died. But that's not, alright. Let's try the hotel.
Ah, welcome, sir. Quite the performance today, if I dare say so myself.
Oh, thanks. Sorry for putting you on the spot like that.
No, not at all, sir. Your efforts today can only help the Gatewater's rep, as they say.
Huh? Rep?
Yes, our reputation will swell as the hotel where the murder used the wiretap. We can charge a premium for the room, of course. It'd be great for business, sir.
Whoa. Miss May hasn't been charged with murder.
I, too, will become famous. The bellboy who brought the murder iced coffee.
I don't feel like we're both stuck in the same bad dream.
So, you are our honored guest. Please let me know if there's anything I can bring you.
Some evidence! About Miss May.
Oh, her! Sir, not to boast, but I knew the moment I saw her. She'd do it, I said.
Do what? I'm trying to think the most suspicious person here is this guy. Yeah, I know, right? Gross. I wanted to ask you about the man who's with Miss May.
Ah, yes. He struck me as a real lady killer, if you'll pardon the expression.
Foreshadowing.
I knew it from the moment I saw him, sir. He and I are of the same ilk. We both carry the scent of danger.
So creep? Creepy person? Staring at women? Being creepy to women? There we are in total agreement, Mr. Psycho Bellboy.
If you had a photo of that man, I'm quite sure I could identify him.
A photo? So I need to get a photo from somewhere. Could you tell me about this hotel?
Absolutely! And on that subject, I have an excellent idea, sir. Currently, this hotel is known as the Gatewater. I propose that we add a subtitle.
A subtitle?
The Gatewater Hotel, Murder Manor. Well, what do you think?
Sounds great. Where are Foster T's at? Okay. Huh? There's still a screwdriver stuck in that drawer.
Ah, please leave that as it is, sir. That's the Drawer of Terror, hiding place of the murderer's wiretap. It's said to become one of the most popular attractions here.
This guy's serious. I don't believe it. A bottle and 2 glasses rest on the table. Why hasn't he cleaned these up by now?
Ah, I beg your pardon, sir. If you could please refrain from touching those. It's part of the decor. I call it the last drink. Before murder! We'll be famous! The talk of the hotel industry.
A simple bed. Same made, nothing eye catching here. Okay. Nice weather again today. Let's see the fan call.
Ah, yes. We plan to install a telescope in that window, of course.
Ew, why?
Just $5 will earn you 3 minutes of a view to kill. Just kidding, sir.
By that look in his eyes, I'd say he was more than serious. I know, right? Don't be creepy. Ah, still sorry, still life, whatever. Thanks. There's nothing else I can examine here? I'm gonna come back for him with some evidence. Was there anything now, though? No, not really. Alright, let's move to Grossberg. Hey, a picture! Hey, this picture's gone! Huh? Looks like Grossberg is out today. Again. Maybe he's avoiding me for some reason? What's this? Old photos. There are 2 lying here. Something's been written in pencil on the backs. DL6 Incident Exhibit A. DL6 Incident Exhibit B. Let's take a look at these. Hey, Mom. Sure, I've seen this person somewhere. Perhaps I'll borrow this photo. I'm sure no one will miss just one little photo. It might be a valuable clue. I'll take it for now. No, I should get the other one. Yeah, I want this photo. Yeah, swap photos and give it to the hotel guy. I think I'll swap them. I like his hair color though. I wish my hair color was like that. It's a nice little purple. Wait a second. Wasn't there a giant painting hanging on that wall? Yeah, it was a painting of I don't think it was Marvin. I thought it was like a cowboy dude. Fisherman? Was it? It wasn't a very memorable painting, anyhow. That was like a cowboy or something. Expensive looking mahogany bookshelf, so months. I already saw that. Already saw that. Saw that. That's a plan. Yeah. Nothing else? Okay. Take a look at this photo. That's him, detective. I'm the lawyer. Oh, I know that. I just wanted to say detective once. You know how it is. No, I don't. Without a doubt, that is the man who checked in with Miss April May. How about I write an affidavit swearing that that's him? An affidavit? This guy's way too excited about this. Yeah, why not? Well, sure, why not? Yes! I've always wanted to write an affidavit, sir. From henceforth, I'll be known as the bellboy who swore the affidavit. Just hurry up and write it. Not even Miss May can play dumb to this. Okay, so now I can go to her.
You again? Can't you take a hit and stay gone?
Hey, the only reason I'm back here is because you won't talk to me.
Oh, so it's my fault now? You don't just have spiky hair, you also have a spiky heart.
That does it. This case is done. I'm shaving my head. Where's the affidavit? There we go. Could you have a look at this?
What's that?
The bellboy's affidavit. It tells us everything he saw, such as the man you checked in with, who was most definitely this guy. Now I'm getting somewhere. I'll push her hard. This is it. All or nothing. Kind of a little bluff. No use playing dumb. Indeed, that's an act. You don't talk. I'm taking this info to the press. What? Even though he should have been witness to a murder, your little friend was missing. I'm sure the press would have a field day with his reputation.
Ooh, fine, I'll talk. You win, lawyer. Yes.
Man, that felt good. It's great to be alive.
Why are you pumping your fist in the air?
Now, tell me about the man you were with.
That man, he's my boss. Red White, the president of the information gathering conglomerate Blue Corp.
So I guess he's like supposed to be like a typical American? Red, white, and blue? Red, white? Information gathering.
Well, I suppose you could call it a detective agency.
So this is the man that was with you the night of the murder.
I'm scared to talk. I don't want to end up like her.
It's okay, I'll just ask Mr. White himself. Can you tell me where Blue Corp is located? Mr. Red White, at last. Finally, a lead on this guy. If April May couldn't have done it, that leaves him. Time to take action. Oh, okay, that's done. Can I talk to you about it? No? Okay. Alright. Let's have a little visit, I guess. Hey, there's a photo. And I guess it's like an adventure? This. What's with the surreal decor? Welcome! Please furnish me with your title of your personage. What the? Oh, okay, so he's supposed to be like a typical American dude, right? You'll give him like typical. I'm American, so I guess just my normal accent. But nope, I'm gonna be a super stereotypical accent. Your name? What's your name? I was inquirably asking the title that you go by. Wright. Phoenix Wright. Inquirably? Mr. Wright, is it? Right, I see. Splendiferous. Perhaps I have intimidated with my giantesque vocabulary. What's this guy's problem? Oh, kind of reminds me of Donald Trump a little bit with the vocab. Maybe I'll give a little Trump accent. I'm Red Y, CEO Blue Corp. You know, corporate expansion official. No, I kind of like the little Texas accent I had earlier going on. I don't have Texas accent anymore. My business dealings bring me into contact with the elite of the elite. So I'm afraid I'm not used to conversing with the wordily challenged. What a fruitcake! Let me guess. You are an attorney fresh out of law school, are you not? That's not the only explanation for why you would come to me like this. What does it mean by that? No matter. So, what business does a mighty lawyer have with a man such as myself? Yipes, this guy's arrogance meters off the scale. Miss May is an employee of Blue Court, is she not? Correct. She was my secretariat. What a shock it was to hear what she has done. What she has done? You mean the wiretap? Indeed! She is paid to answer phones. Tapping them is not in her job description. She does gather information for as part of her duties, but I assure you, we do not condone illegal methods. It is ineffable that she would do this. It sounds like he's trying to turn Miss May into a scapegoat. On the night of the murder, were you in April May's hotel room? Who can say? I seldom pay attention to mundane details such as time and place. My motto is, don't worry, be happy. Still, Mr. White, the hotel bellboy has stated on the record that he does remember you very clearly. No matter. The bellboy can say what he pleases. I still won't talk to you. If you wanted me to speak, put me on the witness stand. Although I doubt you'd be capable of doing that. That is a good question, actually. Why didn't the prosecution call him as a witness? You should have seen the same thing as April May. Oh, the police, the courts. To me, they are mere toys, playthings for my amusement. What kind of company is Blue Court anyway? Ah, excellent question. We buy and sell various kinds of information. We're a company of the future, you might say. We are the future. Sell information? In just 10 years, I've built this business up into the grand office you see now. Ah, in case you're wondering, Blue Court was named after the color blue. I, Red Y of Blue Court, as founder and CEO, named it so. And why, you ask? Because I like the color blue, of course, even though you're quite purple. I guess there's some blue dots here. Fantabulistic, is it now? There's something that's been bothering me. Yes, what might that be? That big painting on the wall over there. Let's say it's gorgeous. It's not, though. It's a very striking piece of art. Magnificentatious, isn't it? Yeah. Why am I making small talk? Okay. I thought he was gonna say something else. Yes, what might that be? That big painting on the wall over there? You know, I've actually seen that painting before. Oh! Just yesterday, actually. Your point being... My point is simple. Or rather, my question is simple. Why is that painting hanging on your wall? Mr. Wrong, was it? Right. It appears you do not fully grasp your position here. I ask again. Who are you? Huh? A lawyer? No, my feeble friend. A mere lawyer. Worth nothing. Zilch. Zippo nada. Just like that sorry excuse for an attorney, Grody Burger. So, for people who might not remember a long time ago, the word grody was another word for gross, disgusting. I don't think people use the word grody anymore, actually. I've heard it in a long time, since like when I was in either high school or middle school. What? Ugh. Ooh, I'm getting my ass kicked. Ugh. He punched me. Well, Mr. Lawyer, what will you do, eh? Charge him with assault. Charge away, I welcome it. For it is you who will be found guilty. What? Heed my exposition. The police, the courts, they all do my bidding. So you say. But I wonder, is that kind of control really possible? I don't expect you to understand. It is a world beyond your compensation. Compensation. I think he means oh well, no, that's what I'm trying to find. Oh my god. Not contemplation. Comprehension, that's the word. You came here from Grody Burgers, I presume? Mr. Grossberg's, yes. Then you must ask him. Why is it that this painting of his hangs here? Perhaps then he'll tell you. Perhaps he'll explain how a man can live life purely for personal profit. Go now, skedaddle. There's nothing more to discuss. I'm gonna examine your place a little bit. That's actually really creepy. It's like people's bodies with missing heads. I'm guessing this is supposed to be a desk? Oh my, this is quite the thing. Yeah, I know, right? It's not hard to manage possibilities. An impressive lineup of trophies. Judge's special runner-up. Best participation. Physical Corporation Award. Special Good Try Prize. The word judges and special kind of stand out. He probably strong-armed them into giving him something. What does it say? Kona culture? A statue of a man holding up the world. The blue core science certainly stands out enough. It says Kona culture? The model for the man is, of course, Mr. White. Okay, so I guess in the Japanese game, this says Kona culture, I guess. And then the American version would say blue core, I'm guessing. I don't know, because it didn't say anything about Kona culture in the text. This is the top floor of a 20-story building. He is quite presidential. He said it, president. Okay, so this game was made back in 2006 or 7? So who's the president back then? Was it Bill Clinton or George Bush? Might have been George Bush. Oh, George Bush back then. Oh wait, 2006? Wasn't Obama? 2006 was... That was 2020. No, 2010 was Obama. My bad. Oof, I'm so old. I can't even remember my decades anymore. Huh? Only he knows me standing here. Maybe I should clear my throat. Ahem!
Jehoshaphat! Oh, you!
What's wrong? You look so pensive, like an old man at the end of his days.
I'm not senile yet. I was just thinking about this whole mess.
Something's really bothering. That much is clear. So you came to see the trial?
Yes, I did. Something was bothering me all last night, you say. Couldn't get a wink of sleep.
Really? What was that?
Well, you see, it's just Mia's sister, that poor girl. My boy, I owe you my thanks, truly. I don't know what I would have done if things had gone poorly for the girl.
I asked before, but why did you refuse a request for defense? I think I have a right to know.
A right, Mr. Wright? No, I'm sorry. It's just I need more time to think about it, my boy.
He does seem troubled about something. I have a feeling I know what it is. So I played Blue Core a visit.
Oh. Yes, I see.
Mr. Grossberg, I have to admit, something has been bothering me.
Oh, what is it? Well, out with my boy.
You see, it's just... Mr. Grossberg, sir, There was a giant painting hanging there the other day, was there not? The one you said you had no intention of parting with? Well, I saw it today. It was in the CEO's office at Blue Corps. Red White's office.
So, you noticed. I suppose I should have guessed you would. It is a large painting.
Mr. Grossberg, I know you and Mr. White are connected somehow.
Connected, you say?
Yes, and I know what it is. It's blackmail you. Oh, I should have said you're lovers! Oh, I want to see what he says about that. Damn it. Oh, too late. Mr. White has something on you, doesn't he? Blackmail? I think that painting is fairly gaudy proof.
Very well. This may be the chance I've been waiting for. Maybe it's time to get this off my chest so I can finally rest easy again. After all, you were Mia's understudy. Perhaps it was fate.
What's he talking about?
Red White is a man who makes his living through intimidation. Blue Corps is a company that excels in finding people's weaknesses, I'm afraid. I've been paying them for 15 years now.
15 years?
All because of the DL6 incident, as you may have guessed.
Name on the back of these photographs.
As you suspected, I could not stand a defense of Maya because of this. White would have destroyed me if I did.
So that's the connection.
It is hard for me to tell you this, my boy, but arresting Red White will be nigh impossible.
Impossible? Why?
He has information on everyone. Gives him an iron grip. He owns judges, attorneys, prosecutors, police, and politicians.
What?
They are bound, unable to do harm to themselves and therefore to him. Don't look at me like that. He sees nothing more than the weight of many years.
What is the DL6 incident?
DL6 is nothing more than the sorting code the police gave their case. It was 15 years ago now. I received a request from a medium. A spirit medium.
Medium?
Her name was Misty Fey.
Faye!
Indeed, she was Mia's mother. She had been investigating a murder at the request of the police, and she failed. As a result, the police called her a fraud.
This is what Maya was talking about the other day.
I did all I could for her, and in the end cleared her of wrongdoing. That murder case, however, remains unsolved to this day. That case is the DL6 incident.
But why were you blackmailed over this, Mr. Grossberg?
The DL6 incident was top secret at the time. It made sense. We didn't want people to know they were using a medium. We couldn't let people know. But one person found out. I told him.
You told White?
He offered me riches. It's embarrassing to me now. Because I talked, the police were marked far and wide. In secret, they began looking for the one who sold them out. Of course, White heard about it, and it came to me. Only this time, the offer was blackmail.
I see.
White controls the laws of this country, as they say that. Yet, if you would still challenge him, have a close look at Mia's office.
Mia's office?
She's followed his every move for years. She may have recorded something of what she found.
Can I present anything to you? Maybe like this picture? Sorry, sir, I borrowed this.
Ah, so it's you, my boy.
Who is this man?
It's a long story.
I'll bring that back now. I don't want to talk about it for some reason. Better give him back this photograph. Okay, can I get a mom's photograph? Damn it. Alright, can I... Is it still on the desk? No, it's gone. Alright. Alright, fine. Where can I go? Engine Center, maybe? Miss Mason questioning. I doubt they'll let me talk to her today. Okay. Have to go back to the guy and tell him I talked to him? No. Voices be out. Huh? No water comes from the shower.
La-di-da, money-making, money-making, I got the money-making blues.
Someone seems to be enjoying the showers. Okay. Where do I go? Back to here? Can I examine the room now? It's funny. Oh, there, so I had to look at the files from Mia. Duh. It's funny, looking at this room, it seems so normal. Oh, my voice is so dry from doing the Grossberg voice. Hard to imagine a murder took place here. Mr. Grossberg said there would be clues. Maybe I should have another look. Yes, let's look at the files. All the cases the chief ever worked on filed here. In alphabetical order. Let's take a look. Look at... So DL6... D? Let's see if there's a record in this file that catches my eye. Misty Faye. That's Mia's and Maya's mother. Should I take a look? Yeah, why not? I have tarnished the Faye name, leaving only these words, my mother vanished. I was determined to find the ones who had made my mother blame herself in this way. Using the power that runs my family, I held an audience with the dead. Finally, the names of 2 men surfaced. One was Marvin Grossberg, a lawyer who sold my mother's information for riches. The other was the man who sold information to the press. This parasite, who makes his fortune on threats and coercion. His name is... The record stops there. Obviously read white. So Mia knew Grossberg. I'm guessing red-white is between here, so let's try TZ. Ah, dang it! That'll be under R. Oh, the entire W section is missing. Okay. Was it taken? Huh. Let's see. J through S. Nothing much in here. Skip. This part here at the end is S. Suicide? Ew. There's a collection of suicide reports. There's politicians, policemen. There's writing on most of these in pencil. White? This is Mia's handwriting. Wait, I get it. Mia thought he was involved in these suicides. White drew them all too. I can use these newspaper clippings. Let's find the most disturbing one. Can I read it? Oh, why is it? That's on the top. It's in Japanese. I guess I'll talk to the Blue Core guy. Wow, aren't you persistent? Sorry, but there's something I have to ask you. Mr. Liar, I really hate having to repeat myself, but it seems the message has not yet penetrated your thick skull. Stop bothering me. If you try my patience further, I fear a nasty accident may occur. Do I make myself clear? Transparent. I think we're past needing to talk about April, May. I'm about to put this guy in the spot and quick. What's the matter? You seem distressed. So just, okay, I guess you just want me to present right away? This is the only clue that Mia left me. Better make this one count. Mr. White, see this? It's an article describing the suicide of a politician. He was embezzling secret government funds. Then one day, word got leaked to the press. The very next day, he took his own life. And this concerns me how... I found this article in Mia's office. Miss Mia. She had a file filled with articles like this. Every one of them was labeled with a single word, White. Mr. White, I know what you did to this politician. You were blackmailing him. Blackmail? Not just him either. You were threatening and coercing hundreds of others. You were involved in all of the suicide cases that Mia investigated. This company is built on blackmail. I'm right, aren't I? What a bizarre accusation, Mr. Wrong. What is it you should be doing now? Investigating me? No. I think no. You should be searching for the one who killed Miss Mia. Secretary's office, hello? Mr. Wrong will be leaving now? Yes, sir. I'll send someone right away. Wait a second, Mr. White. You're wrong, Mr. White. Excuse me? What I should be doing now is going after you. Just what are you insinuating? Mia was onto you. She was keeping tabs. For this reason, you had April May tapping her phone. Then, Mia was murdered, and all the documents about you mysteriously disappeared. So, the culprit would be... Even a child could work this out, Mr. White. You did it! We won't be needing an escort from Mr. Wrong. Instead, please connect me to the public prosecutor's office. Of course, sir. One moment, please. White? That you? What are you doing calling me at a time like this? Hello, Chief Prosecutor. I've changed my mind. I want to testify tomorrow. What's this about? The Mia Fey case. I witnessed the murder, you see. And thus, as a very important witness, I would like to testify. What? Why now? I thought you said you didn't want to go to court. Quietude. I told you I changed my mind, didn't I? Oh, and one other thing. Send the police over here right away. This man is standing right in front of me. Looks dazed, but could be violent. What? What man? Are you even listening? The executioner, the hatchet man, the liquidator, the killer man. What? Mr. White, this isn't another one of those. Chief Prosecutor, I do not believe you're in a position to freely offer your opinions to me, correct? I'm telling you to send the police now. Did I not tell you, Mr. Wrong? You're a mere liar. As was Miss Mia. How dare you? I'll point the finger at you, and you'll be tried as Miss Mia's killer. The case as good as settled. No lawyer of any worth will defend you. I have friends in the local lawyers association, you see. You'll become a lawyer so stupendously inept that they make even you look competent. I feel faint. Detective Gumshoe reporting, sir. Ah, Butts. Harry Butts. Right, actually. Phoenix Wright. My friend's name is Larry. Oh, right. Sorry, pal. Butts was that murder, right? Detective Gumshoe, I present to you the man who killed Miss Mia Fey. What? Take this despicable human being into custody. Farewell, Mr. Wrong. I guess I'm in the detention center. I can't believe it's only been a day since the first trial. My trial begins tomorrow. White's going to set a trap for me, and the prosecution will be in on it, of course, Edgeworth included. An attorney was assigned to me by the state yesterday. I refused. I had an idea. Right! Mr. Wright! Oh, Maya. Great, they let you out of detention. Just now, yes. It's all thanks to you. Ha! Now I'm afraid we switched places, and yet she is still the one behind Mars. What? You mean you? I explained what had happened to Maya. I don't believe it. How many people does that man need to destroy before he's satisfied? My mother, my sister, and now you. This has gone too far. Mr. Wright, please tell me, is there anything I can do? Well... Defend me in court! Alright, give me my defense lawyer tomorrow. Oh, right! Huh? Leave it to me! I am Mia's sister after all! Lawyership runs in our blood! Wasn't it ghost powers that ran in your blood? I better run to the bookstore and pick up a copy of Law for Rookies! Wait. What? I'm kidding. It was a joke. Uso! No, really, I was kidding. But thanks. It's good to know you're on my side. And there really isn't anything you can do for me anyhow. But I can't just sit here and do nothing! I've got to give that man a piece of my mind! Just a piece? Okay. Then come to the trial tomorrow. Oh, okay! I'll be there! I'll show them a thing or two. Times may change, yet with crime, it's the same old story. In fact, it's gotten worse. Lengthy court proceedings are no longer realistic. Beginning a few years ago, the limit of 3 days to put on initial court trials. Almost all finish in a day, most with a guilty verdict. I never thought I would end up in the defendant's chair myself for this case. With the true culprit appearing as a star witness. This is it. Tomorrow, it's me or him. To be continued.